Manchester City do not want to sell midfielder Bernardo Silva despite interest from Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona in the Portugal international. Real Madrid see Newcastle and Brazil midfielder Bruno Guimaraes as the ideal potential replacement for Casemiro. Ajax have rejected a bid of €80 million, £67.6 million from Manchester United for Brazil winger Antony. PSV Eindhoven will not entertain a bid from Manchester United for the Netherlands attacker Cody Gakpo until after their Champions League play-off second leg at home to Rangers on 24th August. United are considering a £25 million move for Atletico Madrid's Belgium forward Yannick Carrasco. Borussia Dortmund will not pursue an opportunity to sign Manchester United's Portugal forward Cristiano Ronaldo because of his age and wage requirements. Chelsea are optimistic that a deal for Barcelona's former Arsenal and Gabon striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang can be reached as further talks are scheduled this week. Chelsea will consider loaning forward Christian Pulisic to Manchester United if the USA captain agrees an extension to his current contract, which has 2 years left to run. Leicester have opened negotiations with England midfielder James Maddison over a new contract. Everton have been linked with Tottenham's English midfielder Harry Winks, but Toffee's boss Frank Lampard has decided to walk away from the deal. Aston Villa's Burkina Faso winger Bertrand Traore is attracting interest from Turkish side Istanbul Başakşehir. Besiktas hope to finalize a deal for Everton's Dele Alli so that the former England midfielder can be in the stands for Sunday's game against Fatih Karagümrük. Fulham are negotiating a fee with Roma after agreeing terms with 23-year-old Dutch winger Justin Kluivert. West Ham are thought to have made another bid for Belgium and Club Brugge midfielder Hans Vanaken after their first offer was turned down. Lyon's French defender Malo has attracted interest from Barcelona and Manchester United. AZ Alkmaar have turned down 2 bids of €15 million from Bournemouth and Celta Vigo for Jesper Karlsson, despite the Sweden striker's desire to leave the Dutch club. Watford have rejected a second bid from Newcastle for 20-year-old Brazilian forward Joao Pedro, thought to be about £22 million plus £3 million in add-ons. Talks are still ongoing between both clubs despite the second bid having been turned down. Crystal Palace are interested in signing 24-year-old France midfielder Houssem from Lyon despite reports that he has agreed personal terms with Nottingham Forest. Manchester United are closing in on the signing of Real Madrid midfielder Casemiro for €60 million, £50.7 million, plus €10 million, £8.5 million in add-ons. Talks have progressed quickly and United are optimistic the deal for the Brazil international will be completed in the next few days. Casemiro would become one of United's top earners if he completes the move and would sign a 4-year contract with the option of an additional year. After talks to sign Juventus's Adrien Rabiot collapsed over the player's demands, United have turned their attention to Casemiro as they look to address weaknesses in Erik ten Hag's midfield. Nottingham Forest have agreed a £25 million deal plus add-ons for Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White. The 22-year-old would become Forest's 16th signing of a busy summer at the City ground. Brendan Rodgers expects Wesley Fofana to still be a Leicester player when the transfer window closes on 1st September. The France under-21 defender has been the subject of interest from Chelsea, who have had 2 bids rejected. Rodgers said he is a Leicester City player. He is not for sale. The club have made that clear. Unless anything changes, he will still be here. Fofana signed a new deal with the Foxes in March, committing him to the club until 2027. The Foxes boss also says the club have begun talks with James Maddison over a new contract.